Good afternoon, folks. This is Gutrend here, streaming to you live. I'm getting ready to do my dungeon run series. I've got the wife here. Say hello, wife.
Hey.
She's going to be moderating the chat and helping me on anything she needs to help me on. As I get further and further into the instances, she'll probably also join my run, so that way I'll have two people instead of one person for pesky instances like Dragon Soul and Siege of Orgrimmar and some of the raids in Pandaria that might require more than one person. We'll be getting into that, obviously, further into streaming. We're not going to be streaming the whole thing today. Of course, there are way too many instances in order to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go instance by instance and complete every quest found within the instances. For that purpose, I'm going to put on the low-level quest search. Now that's going to pop up a bunch of quests. You know, quests here from Vol'jin, quests here from the Spiny Lizard. No, anyway, it'll pop up a lot more quests than the ones I'm actually going to be doing today. So don't freak out that I'm deliberately missing quests. When I was doing my leveling up to cap, there are certain zones I completely avoided. There are certain quest lines I chose not to do. But additionally, on top of all that, I also chose not to go inside any instances whatsoever and make the level up a clean questing stream. So because of that, this character hasn't done any of the instance-based quests, and any quests I can get inside an instance will be in their entirety waiting for me when I get there. Now, admittedly, I'm level 100, but this is actually a good thing. It allows me to concentrate on the dungeon quest interactions. In other words, the methodology needed to complete certain tasks inside the instances. But also, at the same time, not having to worry about mobs. Okay, I'm just going to put it on Twitter that I'm in game. Twitch.tv/Gutrend. Alright. So there's our tweet. Now, on Twitch, you're going to see this whole video as one. But I'm also going to be breaking it down into highlights. And each highlight is going to have me sitting outside the instance entrance portal, and will end upon me killing the final beastie. So for the purposes of the actual live stream, I'm going to be doing all the traveling between instances and selling of the trash for gold between each instance, just to make sure I've got a fresh, empty backpack at all times. And every instance run will be unique and individual. They'll be broken down and posted on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. That's Gutrend at YouTube. I'm also found on Twitter at Gutrend. I've got a Facebook page for Gutrend. I've got a Tumblr for Gutrend. I have I can be found at IMDb as Gutrend. I've got Instagram with Gutrend. I'm the YouTube channel. Of course, you could be watching this on the YouTube channel, so obviously I can be found as Gutrend on Twitch, twitch.tv/Gutrend. So, you know, there's lots of different ways to find me, make suggestions, send me information, tell me what you want to see from here on out. Sooner or later, well, sooner, I'm going to be getting done this WoW sequence, which is really trying to get my YouTube channel filled up with videos so people can see a background of my game playing. I'm planning on doing COD, I might be playing some Far Cry, might be playing the new Assassin's Creed, which is Unity, I believe it's called. I don't have that yet. I could be playing Destiny. I could certainly play Sunset Overdrive. That game frickin' rocks. I only have the final boss to kill, but I'm willing to restart the game with a new character to play that because that game fucking rocks. Watch Dogs, I could be talked into playing again. I could be playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I have it for the 360, but I do not have it for the One. So I could always get that and get more achievements. Achievements are fun.
Says the achievement board.
Yeah, I've never completed Fallout New Vegas, and that could get me ready for Fallout 4 when it's coming out. I'm even willing to go back and play the original Brothers in Arms games. They're excellent. Love playing with those. What else? Darksiders 2, the Batman Arkham Asylum. Love that game.
Oh, wow.
I already mentioned that. Tomb Raider, the reboot of the franchise on Xbox One. Love that game. I love any of the Lego games I'm willing to part around with. So, you know, feel free to send me requests for Xbox titles right now. I still need a capture card in order to get everything going properly for any consoles before the 360. Right now I don't have the finances for the Sony or the Nintendo consoles. That's why there's a big ass donation button on my Twitch page. Please feel free to send a couple of bucks this way. The money will 100% go back into streams that will allow you to see some cool shit. That's basically what I can... Oh, I'm also a big fan of the Beatles rock band, so if you want to see me fart around with that, I don't mind that. I love to do a Call of Duty 2 run through from beginning to end. I enjoy the hell out of that stuff. I can even play Disney Infinity. I mean, you name it, I can play it. All I have to do is be able to purchase it. So, that being said, we're going to start with Ragefire Chasm. Now again, I'm going to be editing out all the stuff in between the instances for the purposes of highlighting. So anything I'm doing in between the instances, I can take questions, I can take comments, and do that in between the instances simply because it's the easiest time to do all that stuff. I also have to deal with cats and a broken tailbone, so that'll be fun too. Alright, Ragefire Chasm. This is the very first instance that most players, well, any players who play Horde, and a lot of players who play Alliance will ever get themselves involved in. It's the lowest level instance in the game, and I think it can be accessed as early as level 10 with groups. The wife should know that because
15.
Level 15 with Group Finder, but what about, I'm pretty sure it's level 10 with groups.
Yeah, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I don't believe, we've got to look it up. Alright, so this is going to be, oh, not you, cat. This is going to be the first instance run of the day. So here we go into Ragefire Chasm. Alright. There's our objectives there on the side. Here's our quests from inside the instance. It is level 10. Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's perfect. So here's our quests.
Strength and honor.
I guess I should say that I'm on Agrimar server for those who don't know, and obviously I'm playing Horde side. So if you want to interact directly, the way Caligos just did, feel free to log in and hit me up in Whisper. Not a problem. Oh, really? I didn't know. Yeah, that's right. I did solo this on, oh, geez. I think I had my chamois come in here at level 10 or 11, and yeah, he did solo it with heirlooms.
Yeah.
And I don't think I even had all my heirlooms available to me at that point. I know I didn't have the Dread Pirate Ring, but that doesn't really... What does a Dread Pirate Ring even affect? Let me take a quick look here. Give it a second. Oh, there it is. Oh, it does critical strike and haste, but that's not directly affecting anything damage-wise. So yeah, I didn't have that, but I did have others. Very cool. Yeah, and doing it with a squishy character, that makes even more cool. As you might also note, I'm not using my pet. That's because I've deliberately chosen to use the solo ability Lone Wolf, which gives me a damage bonus by being out and about without my pet. I figured that'd also make it easier to do these runs. Since for mobs, I'm just going to walk up and do some of this. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that, right? It's going to be all insta-kills. Now, I know that people might be interested in seeing these done at level, but you know, there are so many streams and videos on YouTube of people who have done it at level. I'm not here to show how to take stuff down when you're at level. I'm here to show, you know, this is the pretty inside the instance that you guys haven't seen if you don't like grouping with people or haven't thought about doing stuff solo at cap. I'm also here to talk about the differences. Now, it's funny because the very first instance in the game also happens to be the very first instance that really has major differences in it. The game changed this instance, I'm pretty sure, around Cataclysm. It added quests. Would you get those things off my... There we go. It added quests and removed quests. The quest that this originally had involved going on a tangent off the main path. The main path, okay, so far I've been following the main path. And the main path goes around up this hill. Okay, the suspicious rock was never there before. That's new. Now, if you're looking at the instance and really want to follow all the pathways, see this pathway here? This pathway, I don't even know if it leads to any mobs anymore. It's very possible it doesn't. Let's put on an aspect of the cheetah. No, it doesn't. Oh, no, it doesn't seem to lead to any mobs. But what this was part of an instance quest. This cave right here had a quest redeemer in it for one of the quests. Now, I can't remember what the quest was, but this is obviously there's no mobs up here anymore. And I bet that, I mean, if you look at the map, you can see that the paths are still there. The paths used to link up. This didn't break off and stop there. It used to actually link up by going over the main path in. And over here, there was a boss up here at the end. I'll show you that as we get over there. And there was, oh geez, I think there was another path up over here somewhere. But this room right here, yes, did have a redeemer in it. There was no extra boss, but there was a redeemer there, a quest redeemer. I'm just going to quickly zip over to the other side here and show you the other path. And people who play this instance now don't even know that these paths exist unless they lose focus and concentration when they're trying to walk out of the instance and accidentally find themselves, oops, going the wrong way, accidentally find themselves wandering on a path going the wrong direction. So, I don't know if that's as interesting to people as it could be, but yeah, they changed the actual infrastructure of the inside of this instance. That's the very first instance. This is not the only instance that got altered. And again, I'm only guessing it was altered in Cataclysm. This quest, which is, where is it here? No One Left Behind. Rescue the Scouts. I've already rescued one by killing the first boss. He was being attacked over here somewhere. This quest didn't even exist at all in any state. So this is all brand, well, I'm not going to say brand new now because this is probably since Cataclysm and we're a long way since Cataclysm, but this quest is new since vanilla. Just in case anyone's interested. Alright. Oh yes, these lava things. I can run right through them. For the sake of doing a purist, I'm going to deliberately stop and wait. Go away, lava. Shoo! There we go. Okay. I know it's a very low level, but I'm still going to get as much gear and drops as I possibly can, just to show what's falling. I mean, the only people who are going to be interested in this stuff are really low level characters, level 10 to 15. But you might be able to get a fair idea of the average amount of loot that you'll get and what you'll get, what kind of crap will drop. Yeah. A random barrage kill. That was hilarious. That took out the boss. Completely randomly. That's funny. There we go. Rescue this guy.
Mysterious box.
Now this is all actually cheating. In actuality, you can rescue all 5 guys without rescuing any of the guys on the path, because they provide you with enough guys at the very end of the instance to do it all in the final room. You're meant to rescue one there anyway, but you can actually rescue all of them in that final spot. Now this boss never used to exist either. He's a new boss. New, again, in comparison to vanilla terms. He wasn't originally in the game. You used to want to really clear everything. I mean, this was a great one to get Orgrimmar rep, this instance. People would spam run this as often as possible. Back in the days before the Looking for Group channel existed. Sorry, not the Looking for Group channel, the Looking for Group ability and the Dungeon Finder. Okay, Dungeon Finder didn't exist back in the day either. You actually had to look for people by talking to other human beings face to face, technically. And, you know, maybe even learning a bit about them or where they're from and being all friendly and shit, and then asking them, hey, you want to run an instance? Yeah. The social aspect of the game has been removed greatly by this little button right here. Because now you can pop in to look for group, assuming you knew what the mechanics, or rather know what the mechanics of the boss are. You could just go in and kick everything's ass without actually having to do any talking whatsoever. You don't need vent. This is including raids. Even in raids, I've seen people that aren't in vent, aren't using TeamSpeak inside the game. They're just wandering out and doing raids without any interaction socially whatsoever. So, way to go, Blizzard, cutting people off from other people since 2005. So yeah, there used to be a boss up here. That's obviously been removed. The whole use of this, I mean, they've got more instance in here than they need now because they've nerfed it the way they have. So I'm just going to crawl around in here. I'm not going to worry about all the groups because, I mean, let's be honest, I don't need to kill everything in here. It doesn't need to be a full clear. I'm not getting rep for anybody. I'm too high level to do that. Alright, so here we come to the final dude. Oh, I left a guy. Wait a second. I will come back here for just a second because there is another guy who's hanging off the edge. Right in front of me there. You'll see him. Here he is. I'll show you on the map exactly where he's at for reference. Okay, he's right in this spot here. And you can rescue him as part of your 5. There you go. But in actuality, you can just simply go right to the end of the instance here. And there should be enough guys in the cages. 1, 2, 3. There's 3. Oh, maybe you will have to find a couple en route. Okay, but you can find 3 of them there.
Oh, you're so cute.
You're
looking around the boss while he doesn't attack you. Remember how far back we had to stand last time? It's so
that's because we were doing it at level.
Now.
That's because we were doing it at level. Run where? Run who? Run home. Go run yourself down. Ooh, 8 silver. As you can see, I'm gonna make a lot of money turning in these quests. 8 silver. I can buy.
You're
I can buy Flight in Pandaria now. Okay. There we go. And that's 5 whole dungeon quests completed. Now how's that 5? I didn't complete them. I only did 4. That's weird. Okay. So all our quests are turned in. The dungeon is complete. Therefore, I am effectively done this instance. And I'm just going to leave it here for a second. That's a good place to cut the video. And then I'm going to... I don't want to have to go to War Spear all the time. Should I run... Where's my next instance? Wifey? What's next on the list? What's number 2? Oh, I'm petting a kitty while I'm waiting. What's instance number 2 on the list? Why don't you have it open as a tab already? Why isn't it sitting there as a tab that's already open? What's going on?
Oh no.
No, I'm serious.
I didn't have it because, you know, my
just answer the question.
Dead Mines.
The Dead Mines. Okay. Well, actually, we don't want to go away from Orgrimmar for the Dead Mines because the fastest way to get there for Horde without being in LFG is going to be to use the Gromgal.
You miss people.
Like I said, I didn't need to do a full clear. I'm doing it now because they're en route, because I have to go back this way anyway, and hey, I might sell some stuff.
No, if you're doing it professional, you have to kill everybody.
Bullshit! You
made us do a full clear the last time we did this.
Okay, now anybody who knows their instances in Warcraft are going to side with me in about 2 seconds. Are you ready? I'm not doing a full clear of Blackrock Depths. I'm not doing a full clear of Lower Blackrock Spire. I refuse. I categorically refuse to do full clears of either of those instances. I'm not doing a full clear of Alderman. I'm not doing a full clear of, oh geez, there's at least one more I can think of. It can't come to me. The name of it won't come to me, but there are instances I'm not doing. See? Caligos knows his instances. There's no way. I will kill every boss in those...
cheating.
Bullshit. I will kill every boss in those instances. I will. I'll go after Voon in Lower Blackrock Spire. I have no problem in doing that because people are going to want to know the fastest way to get there because there's a quest that requires that you kill him. I don't have a problem doing those. But full clear of every mob? That idea can suck some cock. I apologize, but it is not happening. It's not. It's just not happening. I already have agreement from a veteran of the game as well.